What's up everyone, Imran here, MonsterGadgets. Welcome to episode number 15 of Tutorial Thursdays. But before we get into the actual tutorial, I want to talk about the DSLR giveaway that I'm doing. So if you haven't checked out my video, I'll go ahead and card it here. You guys can go check that out. But for those of you that have entered so far, thank you so much. I've had an opportunity to look at a few different entries and others not so much because I've had some technical difficulties. So when you guys send me the actual video that you've uploaded to Google Drive or Dropbox or wherever you're sending it to, or uploading it to I should say, make sure that I have access to the actual folder or file. There's been a number of entries that I've clicked on through email, and when I go and click on the link to actually view the video, it tells me that I don't have access to that folder or I don't have access to that file. So when you're sending it to me, just make sure I have access to the file so that way I won't have to email you back and ask you to give me access. That's just one extra step for me, and I want to eliminate any steps that I possibly can. That way I can get into your content and look at your video and put you as maybe one of the qualifiers to win the DSLR. So the second thing I want to say is I know a lot of you have also commented in that video, in the comment section of that video, outlining why you want to win the DSLR and how that's going to motivate you. So that doesn't qualify you for the actual entry. So again, I would ask that you go back and rewatch that video and make sure you understand all the rules, and you do actually send me a video clip of you describing why you want to win the DSLR. Just entering in the comment section won't qualify you for it. So if you haven't sent me the video and you're just leaving a comment, that does not qualify you. So please understand that. So I need that actual video clip so I can understand you and get to know you and why you want to be able to win the DSLR. And that way I can judge everyone fairly and not just look at the comments and look at the videos and have two different comparisons. So keep that in mind. All right, so today what we're gonna do is we're gonna look and see how we can make those super cinematic video bars that show up on the top and the bottom, the black bars. And I'm gonna show you a couple of quick samples on how you can basically take the same footage and make it different and make it to your interests and your liking. So before we dive into Adobe Premiere, I'm gonna show you just quick samples of a clip that I have. This is nothing fancy. I just wanted to show you 3 different ways you can edit one particular clip. One of them being with just the black bars on top. They appear and they stay there. The second clip is going to show you the black bars appearing and then the black bar disappearing right before the video clip ends. And the third one is going to be, I forgot, let me take a look. And the third one is going to be a sound effect occurring before the actual clip shows up, and then we get into the clip, the black bars show up and the black bars exit. So 3 different clips, same exact video, and you guys be the judge on what looks good, what looks bad, and maybe one of them is more to your liking, the other one's not. But I just want to be able to show how you can take one clip and manipulate it so many different ways to reflect your taste. So now let's go ahead and take a look at those clips, and then we'll go ahead and dive into Adobe Premiere. Alright guys, so here we are in Adobe Premiere, and we're going to be working with the 2 clips, this one here, and if my computer catches up with me here, this one here. So let's go ahead, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down to New Item, and we're going to click on Adjustment Layer, and then we're just going to go ahead and make an adjustment layer. And once we have that, we're going to go ahead and bring it over on top of our clip. From here, let's just go ahead and select it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and type in the crop filter, and we're going to go ahead and bring over the crop filter onto our adjustment layer. Once you've done that, we'll go ahead and scroll down to where it says crop. Now what I personally like to do is I like to do the top as 5% and bottom as 5% as well. Some people like it a little bit more. You could do anything you want really. You could do 10%, 11%, 15%. I just think that's a bit much, but 5% gives you enough top and bottom, and it still looks decent without chopping off too much of your clip. But if you were to do, for example, 10, as you can see, those are pretty big, and same thing with the bottom. Let's just do 10. To me, those are a little bit too big, so I'll leave them as 5%, leave the bottom as 5%, and then when you go to play this, right now, the clips are just gonna show up there onto the clip. So if you want them to kind of phase in, what we're going to do is we're going to come up here into our effects control. We're still in this same panel here. And what we're going to do is we're going to click and make this 0 again, 0. And we're just going to make a keyframe here, top and bottom as 0. Go ahead and hit play, let it play for a second or two, and then go ahead and stop it. And then here, we'll just go ahead and do 5% and bottom as 5. And that'll create the keyframes there as well. Oops. And now you've got an entry from 0, and then we're going to go ahead and introduce the bars coming in. So personally, that's how I like to do it. If you do it to where the bars are just there, that's fine. But I like it to where it kind of shows that you're entering a scene and you're entering more of a cinematic scene, and that's why those bars are starting to appear. Now, for them to exit, what I like to do is, let me just go ahead and make this the full length of this particular clip, and we're going to come towards the end here, and we want it to be completely zeroed out. So before we get to the end, let's just go ahead and bring it back maybe by a half a second or a second or something like that. And then here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it 5.1, very close to the original 5.0, or if you have a 10, make it 10.1, just 0.1% bigger, that way it's not noticeable. And I'll go ahead and do that here, and then go ahead and bring it towards the end of the clip, and then we'll go ahead and hit 0, and go ahead and hit 0 here, and then it's going to have it exit. So it's going to look more like, here it is playing, coming towards the end of the clip, and you'll see it kind of phase out to where it goes away, and then you have the clip exit. So let's go ahead and play that from the beginning. Coming in, the bars are in there, you play a scene, and then you're going to go ahead and have it phase out, just like that. So, and then what you can do is you can go ahead and add different audio clips to it. So let's go back into our project panel here, and I've got a chopper sound clip, and I use Epidemic Sounds, I think it's called. That's what I use for all my sound clips. And so let's go ahead and play that now. Here you are, you've got the sound in it now. If you wanted to make it where the sound appears before the actual clip does, you just move the audio clip to the beginning, a little bit beginning of the actual clip. And let's go ahead and play that now again. That way the audio clip is playing ahead of time, and it kind of gives that, you know, half a second wait for people to kind of anticipate, like, hey, what's going to happen? I hear the audio, but what am I going to see? And it just causes people to think, and it just causes, in my opinion, a better experience, because that even that half a second wait for, oh my goodness, what am I going to see next? It builds up that anticipation. So that's how I like to do it. Obviously, you guys are free to do any way that you want, but I just wanted to quickly show you these ways to quickly manipulate one clip and add those bars that you like, most people like, I should say, and be able to create that cinematic scene. So let's go ahead and jump out of Adobe Premiere. All right, guys, that's it for today. Just a reminder, if you haven't entered the digital DSLR camera giveaway, make sure you do so. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell notifications to be notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.